Hello, Facebook. How we doing? What's going on?
Hey.
Hi.
All right. Before we start, can you all out there let us know if you can hear everyone? Hey, Lloyd and Jane, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Well,
Perfect. We're good. Ash and Ange, how you doing?
Hey,
Hi.
great.
We're good, thanks.
Hello, Uber. How are you, mate?
Hi, how you doing?
Uber's gone back to basics. He's gone back to Brown. It's his smashing new debut album.
That's it.
That's it.
Like, I'm podcasting from my garage,
That's it.
so it's all fun time.
Timothy Pink.
All right.
And
Let us know, chat, if you can make sure you can hear everyone, because we did a bit of it's been chaos here as usual. I'll be right back.
Legit, like seriously, you just start to.
I love how I just said I'll be right back. No one took over. It's ladies' night. It's ladies' night out there, man talkers. We thought people have been asking, and we thought we delivered. Jane's been championing ladies' night for months and months and months. She wants in on the action. So, Jane, what's going on? What's your story, Jane?
Not much, just hanging out. No, I got
That's
nothing
it.
now.
You got nothing.
It always happens.
Almost as talkative as Lloyd.
I was going to say.
I've always got something to say. I've got my opinions, and then when I'm in the spotlight, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll work it out.
We'll work it out. What about you, Ange? How you doing? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Slightly terrified, but I'm good.
It's okay.
I'm good.
That's
I'm just gonna eat a mandarin while you take care of it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, initially I thought that we were doing this by ourselves, and I was terrified until yesterday when Ash said, "No, I'll be sitting next to you." So
You're even
he's
more
eating his
terrified.
mandarin, and I'm good.
Yeah, no, we should have done that. We should have been like, oh, by the way, guys, you just
Oh, Oh, See you later. We're having the night off.
Yeah, we're having the night off. Yeah.
See you at the pub, boys.
Hey, that wasn't the plan. I thought we were all just leaving. Like.
No, that's it.
You can have next
That's it.
week off.
We do have next week off. Yes, I have a 12-hour golf day next week. So we're not here, and then we're back big for the 21st Christmas special, and then we have a little hiatus for a few weeks. So, and then we'll be back towards the end of January, back stronger, bigger. I don't know, leaner,
Faster.
Really, Lena?
faster. Whatever Kanye reckons, we'll go by the rules of Kanye.
Hey, we've got a couple of ladies in here. We've got Belinda Stewart says, good to see some girls in here. And Jess Bruce, don't be scared, Ange. I'm a lady, is on the Lady Shake too. You have my full support.
Oh,
Thanks, Jess.
Oh, Jess Bruce. Jess Bruce, Jude Villian right there. Jess Bruce, shout out. How you going? Yeah, so we're having ladies' night. So I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what's going on. This is my darling wife, Catherine. She is a bit of a deer in the headlight. We've got 3 headlights up here, and she's a bit... Anyway.
A bit of a control centre here. I was ill prepared, but
She was not prepared. That's all right.
Fine.
We're never prepared either, so...
yeah,
if you-
this is a bit of a shambles.
It is a bit of a shambles, that's okay. If you've got any questions out there, chat for either us or our lovely ladies, you let us know. Put it in the comments. We've got some giveaways coming up. As usual, Lloyd will sing a song. Lloyd, you've got
will I?
something romantic, Lloyd, haven't you? You got a duet planned, haven't you?
It's
I think he's
very
going to play some Snow
romantic.
Patrol.
Yeah.
Oh, Snow Patrol.
We'll
Oh,
be
I
cruising
feel-
together. Music is made.
yeah, you got a tambourine there for Jane or something, have we? Or what?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right, let's get into some hard-hitting questions.
All right, what do you
Get
got?
into
What do you got,
some
Tim? What do you got?
All right, ladies,
Here we
what
go.
was it like putting up with
Uh-oh.
us at our worst? What was it like seeing us out of control and overweight and not making a change that we needed and heading in the direction that wasn't going to end well for us? What was that like?
I'm really nervous to talk.
Ange, you're very opinionated at the best of times.
I am
so-
pretty
Yeah,
opinionated.
so go for it.
Okay, you at your worst.
Mm.
You were stubborn. You wouldn't listen. Sorry, people.
Camera.
Looking at the wrong place.
What do you mean he was
Um,
stubborn?
Oh,
Yeah,
he
I'm going to
still
say,
is.
like, it's
He
you're
still
pretty much
is.
describing him right now.
But he was impossible to deal with, really. At his worst, he was very introverted and angry. You did have sleep apnea, though, so you weren't exactly getting much sleep. But I found after your surgery, you were comfort eating. And I thought, I'm going to change tactics because in the past, he actually would ask me to do it too. He's like, I need you to hold me accountable. So he would be on a healthcare, like a weight loss journey, hitting the gym really hard. I'd see him getting exhausted. And I would just be like, he's like, let me know when I'm falling off the wagon and help me get back on. But when I would try and do that, he would just become really defensive and like, no, you can't tell me what to do. I'm having my KFC. And you still do have your KFC.
Yeah, that's not true.
See, actually, it's interesting. It's interesting that you say that, because I used to be the same with my ex-partner. I used to be like, can you help me, keep me accountable, and can you help make sure I go to the gym? And I feel like in a way it kind of put a lot of pressure on her, because she was doing her own weight loss thing at the same time, but I was asking her to essentially be my, like to keep me in line. And I feel like that put a lot of pressure on her. I look back on that and go, that was probably the same.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure and responsibility, but also when your partner's really defensive and not listening and a bit like, you can't tell me what to do, I'm a grown adult. It's really hard because I'm like, well, you asked me to do this and I'm doing it. So then I just went, okay, like I love you for you. So I'm not going to step in and keep doing that. It's your life and your journey, and you need to make that decision for yourself. And so I think you ended up so sick you needed to have sinus surgery. Yeah. And after that, it was just a matter of, I'm just going to bide my time, let him recover, and approach it differently. And I was very happy to see Jerd on A Current Affair last year, because I saw the ad, or I think it was between segments, and you were coming up. And I hit record, and Ash was sort of walked past, and I said, I think you need to watch this. This looks really good. And I didn't even say anything that time. I just let him sit and think about it for himself. And you came to your own conclusion on joining the Man Shake. And the only thing I said after that is, what are you going to do differently this time? Because every other time hasn't really worked. And here we are. So he's done things very differently.
Well, and
I'm
he's
talking
50 kilo down now. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's
my inspiration, Chad.
Well, that's, and like for us, it was a big thing last year. I did my interview with Man Shake, and then this thing, Current Affair thing, got put in our lap, and we're a Current Affairs current, like, and so I was a bit. I didn't really want to. We decided for the greater good. That's I took it from a purely. I've got to turn that down. Sorry. I took it from a purely like the greater good sort of thing, and I thought, well, I've got to do it. I want to do it to help people. I want to get awareness out there, and it did, and it has, and it's given awareness to you. You've started, and now you're doing the same for. You're about to hit 2,000 subs on YouTube, so you're doing exactly the same. You're smashing it out of the park. So it's word of mouth with this thing. It's all word of mouth, and
I think there's a big difference between asking someone else to keep you accountable, seeing your own accountability inspiring other people. I think that's the positive out of that. Like, if you're doing something and you're making a change, and the people around you are like, I can do this too because I've seen you do it. I think that's a lot more positive than expecting someone else to hold your hand through the journey and essentially keep you accountable. Like, it's all about how you keep yourself accountable.
And I think Matt, I said, made a million tiny decisions perfectly. He didn't make one decision to lose 80 kilos. He decided every time he put something in his mouth, whether or not he was going to be okay with it or not when he did it. I'm not being rude.
Did you see all three?
I did. I went 1, 2, 3 and thought, oh, geez.
I mean,
but every time he ate something.
That's not helping either.
Lloyd just started smirking. I look up at him. He starts. He's like, he put it in his mouth.
Yeah, it was the million tiny decisions, not a decision that.
Maybe we should leave this episode.
Yeah.
that is very true.
Hey.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, that's our dogs. Our dogs are going off. Yeah, so it's one of those it's one of those things where it's, I don't know, I haven't been on the other side of it, but I know that Catherine would have had to put up a lot. Like, yes, I got healthy, but yes, it was a lot of strain on like I would go into the gym like 3 nights a week and leaving her to deal with the kids, and so it was a greater good of me getting healthy, but it did, it's not an easy sort of road as a couple when someone's on that, that focused journey, because they're being very self-absorbed with it for the greater good, but they're being very self-absorbed and I left my phone on, not on mute. So it must be tough to be a partner of someone who's been so focused and been so like that. I can only imagine.
Yeah. There were some days where the only thing Matt talked about was the calories he had not consumed that day.
Yeah, so I very much had an experience like that with my ex-partner. She lost 50 kilos and she went through the whole gym 6 days a week and counting calories, and everything became a focus on food. And it was actually, I guess, kind of off-putting for me to want to, do that journey myself, because I just saw how like everything revolved around food and what she could or couldn't eat, or what size she was, or what the scale says. Or I was at home looking after the kids while she was off at the gym. It was frustrating. Like, I understood, like you said, Jed, for the greater good, but it was still very, like, it took a toll on me as well. And it made me go like, well, I can't do my own journey. I can't start my own journey, because where do I have the time to do it when I'm like essentially trying to be two parents, like, a lot of the time. So yeah.
What about you, Joan? How's it been putting up with Lloyd? He's such an asshole, that Lloyd.
Guy won't shut up.
He's
awful.
We chat about it, Jane. We seriously chat about it all the time. Lloyd is one of the most selfless, nicest men you would ever meet, and talented, and we can't speak highly enough of that.
Stop it.
Of that talented bearded bastard. So
I would have to agree. I'm very, very lucky indeed, but.
We're all lucky. We'll steal him off you if you don't.
I know.
I was like, where was
That's why I'm here every week. I've got to check up on him. Make sure someone's not stealing him from me. Who's going to wash my dishes otherwise? I don't know. No, I think for us, that's why I was kind of keen to come in and kind of touch base with some blokes, and hopefully they might take something out of this. But like you guys were saying, the family dynamic, and from the women's point of view, not only with the men on their own journeys, but also the women when, like for us, we're both on our weight loss journeys. A disclaimer, I'm not on the Lady Shake. I've got my own thing going on. But we kind of made that decision when we were both probably at our worst, probably Lloyd even more so, because he had a lot of mental health issues and stuff going on as well, that we both needed just to have this massive kick in the butt. And the program that I'm doing, he gave it a go and it wasn't for him, and that's fine. Like, I'm a big believer in, you've got to do what works for you. Well, I just kept on tracking along with what I was doing when he was kind of just at this point where he just was getting so down and there was just no coming out of it. So I kind of has had to keep myself going just to keep him going as well, like to try and support him too, which was really hard. But then when it got to the worst, what was at the end of 2018?
Yeah.
And I said, I'm going to get back on this program that I do. I'm going to give it a red hot crack, but I need you to do something as well. And that's when he said, I've seen these ads for the man shake, and like I'd never heard of it, and I didn't know what it was about. But I said, if that's what you want to do, to give it a go, then I'm on board and I'll support you 100%. And
I think as well, like you mentioning, mental health problems as well, which is, very common amongst a lot of the men that are on the page. The culture side of the man shake is probably one of the most beneficial things for Lloyd.
Yeah.
That's something that I've seen.
And he talks about it all the time, like loves the support, and he genuinely enjoys giving other guys support as well, which is really great. And like I suppose we're just a team together. And now that we've got Joe, and he has special needs, so having to work together on so many different levels, and we work out like our training and what we eat. Like it's just this never-ending circle, but we work it out and we do our own thing, and we've been successful at it. So far, so good.
Yeah, Jane, do you
Maybe
mind
not-
me? Lloyd sent me a photo. Do you mind me putting that up?
Yeah, go for it. That's okay.
Alright, so you can talk about that, Jane. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, when I was at my biggest that was at the end of 2018. So what had happened is we had Joe in August of 2017, and before that, leading up to my pregnancy, I was on my program. I was eating well. I was training very regularly. That I have endometriosis, so I was actually told that I had to lose weight in order to have the best chances of falling pregnant. So that's what I did. We eventually fell pregnant, and
Cutesy scores.
and I probably relaxed a little bit too much during my pregnancy. It was around the time that chicken Big Macs were a thing.
Chicken Big Macs?
How
Chicken
good
Big
was the
Mac.
chicken Mac?
I didn't know that was I'm glad I didn't know that.
Guys. The chicken mac is not a limited thing. You can ask for that at any time.
Okay.
Can you get a chicken
you
quarter
know.
pounder?
You can ask for
Oh.
ask for a pounder with chicken. For the patty.
Jeez.
Anyway, so let's say I just because we were still working days and nights and crazy hours at the cafe.
Stupid
So
hours, yeah.
grabbing a chicken Big Mac on the way home, or, something quick and easy was just what was best for us.
Sorry, Jane, to butt in.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You work at a cafe, but you would stop at Mac. Like, would you not? Would you never just grab something from the cafe? Like, you know what I mean?
The
Like,
problem is
that's
when,
a weird.
when you're there and you're working and
Yeah.
you're cooking all day,
Mm,
you don't want to have to then cook again
Yeah.
yourself.
yeah.
And clean after
So-
yourself.
And yeah,
Because I see a lot of the chefs at work, they'll finish service and then they'll because they get a little break between lunch and dinner, then they'll make their meals and sit down and eat them. Obviously, they're coming back for dinner, but yeah, it's just interesting. I just thought it was an interesting question.
yeah. Well, I mean, like where our cafe is literally 20 meters from McDonald's, so it was just easy for us to get in the car and go to the drive-through on the way home. So
Yeah.
Location.
That's it.
yeah, exactly.
So-
yeah.
Okay, well, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Then I was going to say someone in the chat asked. They said, and this is a really important question. How scared were you ladies for your partners? I know at one stage my partner at the time looked at me and she said, "I am afraid you are going to die if you keep going the way you are." And I was like, "Oh, you're just being stupid." But when looking back on hindsight, I probably was headed that way. How are you guys? Like, Kat, what was it like? For you, how did you feel?
I'd known Matt, we're nearly 38. I have known Matt since we were 11. And Matt was never a small person. When we were at high school and even after high school, he wasn't a small person. Not long after we got together, he quit smoking. And it effectively was a push from me kind of to the effect of, well, you want kids, I want a dad for my kids.
Mm.
That is not equivalent with smoking. So you need to quit.
Plus, Catherine's asthmatic too, so
Yeah. And we we were saving for a house deposit and all sorts of things. There are all sorts of reasons why you shouldn't be smoking, but effectively he quit cold turkey and he's never looked back. He's never smoked again. And so I do think he has that kind of personality where once he makes a call, he doesn't find it difficult to stick with, I don't think.
I hate change though,
But making the change is a big thing, and he was miserable making that change.
Please say Matt is Jerd. Yes, that's correct.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Although our 6-year-old daughter calls him Jerd Man now, I still call him by his name.
I haven't got a kiss off it yet either. The beard's coming.
I was going to
but
say,
I'll-
have you kissed?
No.
No, he's still a bit spiky. But when we get fruit and things, Ivy's like, "You know why we get fruit, Mum?" I said, "No, why?" "Dad's Jerd Man."
Get the fruit. Some good fruit.
Anyway,
I've had the pleasure of meeting your kids.
Yeah.
And they're adorable as well. So.
But obviously your husband doesn't get to 170 kilos without, and Matt was stopping breathing of a night time. I was poking him next to me in bed to like kickstart his breathing.
I was like, why you done so big? Because you weren't breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was lying there straight after we had Link. So Link's 9. That, and I've had that kind of new mum insomnia thing. Listening to Matt not breathe was some of the most terrifying things I've lived through. And
Well, you couldn't have done anything because I was like, you couldn't have moved me. You couldn't have.
I'd watched him. The only arguments he ever had with his dad was over his weight, and I wasn't going to argue with Matt about that. And it had to be his call. And I thank God every day for that bloke who did a couple of shifts at the pub.
Yeah, the security guard was there 2 weeks at the pub.
Such a random,
Yep.
and it's changed his life, right? And watching someone you've known for 27 years change their lives in the space of 10 months. And like you guys saw the end of it, by the time you guys knew him, he was how he is now. But we lived that, and people were like, oh my God, he's so outgoing and he's so
charismatic,
happy.
handsome, roguishly good looking.
Fuck, as if anyone says that.
Egotistical, narcissistic.
It's not my memory of how the conversations went. But like people were like, he's so happy. Is that? And my answer was always, that's how he's always been. I've always seen him like that. But now everyone else sees it. And one day, not long in, maybe 3 months in, he looked at me and he said, the kids might not remember me fat. And I thought, you know, shit, like this is life-changing stuff. And I'm so grateful. And that's why it doesn't come naturally to me. I don't agree to have my kids filmed and our home filmed and people come virtually into our homes every Monday night. I don't agree to that easily, but he really feels the value in doing this, and that the idea that he might be the security guard in someone's life, that he might be the wake up for them, then how can you not support that? But it's in exact proportion to the terror. That's how much I'm willing to support him on this, because I was terrified.
Yeah, I completely relate to you. On all those levels, really. Ash was not, he would stop breathing in his sleep. He had to have a sleep study, and he was on the highest decibel, and he stopped breathing so many times in his sleep. I was terrified he was going to die. Like, you know, I'd be a single mum and I would just wake up to him dead one day in bed. And I felt helpless, and like there was just nothing I could do. Because like you said, you can't make somebody want to change their eating habits and change their lifestyle and their health. They have to want to do it. And it's a matter of, you've got to play that waiting game until they're mentally ready to make that change and do it in a way that's going to be sustainable. But yeah, I was scared we were going to lose you. But yeah, I also understand having your kids on YouTube, and yeah, I feel you there, because a part of me is like, oh, this is so open with my life, and but that's how we support them. And how I support Ash is that I know how important it is for him to have his channel and to connect with people, because he's built such an amazing community there with the support that he's received. But also you read the messages from other people and how much they're touching and reaching other people's lives.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, Matt, if it wasn't for you, I don't know if Ash would have gone on this journey. And so I don't know if what he chose would have been as successful as this. So there's like a part in my heart that will always thank you for being on A Current Affair, because seriously, I think it was fate, because I don't normally watch news. I don't normally watch A Current Affair.
That's the
And so
first
I
time
think
I'd watched it in
Years.
20 years, I would think.
And we
yeah.
watched it on holidays on this tiny TV. It was pretty surreal ourselves. And yeah, agreeing to do that was a bit of a leap for me. Yeah, I found that a bit of a daunting prospect. But now even like people at my work are like, I see your husband on every bus I catch. That's strange.
that must be so strange.
I haven't
seen
seen one yet, so I need to go hunt one down before they get taken out of transit.
I've seen like 6 of them, I can never get a picture of it quick enough. Like,
No, I had Jane on a wild goose chase a couple of weeks ago over in Bendigo trying to get a photo with it.
We saw one
It
zoom
just
past, and
disappeared.
I was driving out of the petrol
Gone.
station. He's like, "Quick, go!" Lost it.
there you go. Bradley said, Ash, watch your first few videos 5 minutes for ordering the man shake. Almost 35 kilos down the last 6 months. So cheers. And cheers for supporting him, because if he hadn't made the video, who knows where I'd be. So thank you for your support, and thank you, Brad, for your support.
Yeah,
Very
thank
much
you,
so.
Brad.
Brad's been
Yeah,
kicking up.
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot's he has a burger every lunch. He has a burger every day, and he's down 35 kilo.
Yeah.
Every day he has a
Have
burger.
a burger.
They're good
Living
burgers.
the,
Like they're
living
healthy.
the dream.
They look like nice burgers, but he has a burger every day. There you go. Okay, what about you, Jane? You have to poke Lloyd in the middle of the night to get him breathing?
No, not.
Oh, Jesus.
He doesn't say much, but when he
We're not-
does,
Lloyd's
This is
the
the real him.
Lloyd's the little spoon then.
You're going to be in trouble.
He's so nice when he's on here. You guys have no idea. Now he's acting up.
Yeah.
No, look, his snoring was out of control to the point where I still wear earplugs every night because I'm just used to like zero noise. I'm very light sleeper. But yeah, his snoring was just hectic. But saying that, for like 7 years of our relationship, we hardly saw each other during the night because he was working night shifts. So the nights when he was at work was great. But no, he's no stopping breathing that I've ever noticed.
Sometimes
No.
now I get afraid because I don't realise Matt's next to me. Like, 'cause now by comparison he's so quiet. I'm like, oh, where is he? Who's that?
But I have to,
Also,
I have to
the
sneak
mattress
in.
isn't on a mad
Yeah.
angle too. Like, you know.
But I've got to sneak in quietly at 2:33 a.m. when I finish on Twitch. I slide in and I lay there and think, okay,
Have I woken her
I can
up?
heir her breathing. She's not awake. Okay, good. Because once Catherine's awake, she's awake, and
That's the
her
end,
brain
game
just
over.
just runs. So
Yeah.
I've got to make sure I slide in. I couldn't have done that last year. Yeah. Anyway.
I think too slowly it's time though
Always
for...
have to slide in, Jared. You know, you can't just.
No,
no, guys,
Oh,
let's keep
Jesus.
are you too far? You know, there's a dead shit corner.
There is we do have a dead shit corner.
Do you have dead shit corner?
No, we
in
don't have
here?
dead shit corner, but I do. I can black them out though. You want me to black them out?
No, that's not blackout.
That'll play with the thing. Don't do
No,
that.
don't. I do think slowly though it is time, and I have kind of in the last couple of weeks just decided, okay, I have been a supportive wife. I remain a supportive wife. I do insist that very few men have the better part of 40 hours a week available for hobbies. I certainly don't have 40 hours available to me, even if they are in the middle of the night.
Look at his face.
Some hobbies make a tiny bit of money though.
Yeah, tell the tax guy. No. But so last week I've started, the days I work from home, I either go for a half hour, 40-minute walk in the afternoon or in the morning. And, the other night I did just abandon the kitchen and I didn't do the washing up, and it got done. And all the
is so
kids must have
nice.
done it. And I just left. And
Wait.
I do propose to continue doing that into the future.
Do
There are-
you, do you ladies do the dishes?
The fairy
What?
Lloyd, I do
I wish I
the
didn't
rest of the
have
house,
to.
the rest of the house, not. But I do a bit in the kitchen. I don't do a lot in the rest of the house, but the kitchen I do a bit.
Yeah, just
Ash-
jumping on board.
Ash
I
does
take
the
care of
kitchen when I make
kitchen.
lots of noise, and then he's like, okay.
Oh yeah, you
gotta
gotta
get a
be
bit
out. You're like,
stompy.
oh no,
I'll
no,
help
I'm
you with
coming, I'm
that.
coming.
Let
Yeah.
me do it.
Yeah,
If
no,
you
I'm
get a
coming.
bit stompy, then they're like, oh shit, I'd better.
It's usually me making the noise going, you can pick up a tea towel.
Oh
God.
my god.
Yeah, but I
Yes.
do think slowly, and you know, driving home from work this afternoon, it was 10 to 5. I said, "What are we having for dinner?" He's like, "Oh shit, I don't know."
I'm out here doing shit.
Yeah, preparing for this.
I'm making pink borders and shit. Look at what I'm doing here. I'm busy. I'm a busy man.
Yeah, that's right. I hope everyone out there
How good's it look, ladies'
is
night? Hey.
enjoying the 5 minutes on the treadmill. Running. Gold Fossica is up to 5 minutes on the treadmill. I got up
seriously
to.
walking. It's the best.
I did that just before we got married. I did that couch to 5K running, and that was pretty intense. But I was so proud of myself once I could run 5 kilometers in a row. A child and actually 3 children, including twins. Just like put a little speed bump in there. But I did get to the point about 3 weeks ago when I said to a girl at work, yeah, I can't really say I have newborn twins anymore on account of them being 6. So I felt like perhaps I'd better make some plans for the fact that they're like, you know, on their way to high school. No, not quite, but still, I thought I'd better do something about that and planning and, you know, saying at 4 o'clock, what are we eating at 6? Because once I get to 6, I'm going to make shit choices about food. Things like that are, you know, Matt, you are going to have to do a click and collect tomorrow because we don't have food in the house and I'm in the Supreme Court. So
I had a shake
know.
for dinner because there wasn't much.
there was
else
no
today.
food.
Oh my god! Let's have a shake for dinner.
That happens all the time. I'm like, what's for dinner? Lloyd's like, I'm just having a shake.
Shake. I know.
Now I've
That,
got to fend for myself.
that is not dinner. Look,
No.
I'm happy with Shanks for, and I do enjoy the coffee chocolate scoop of chocolate vital greens for breakfast with a dash of cinnamon.
Ooh,
I enjoy those. Yeah. But I don't consider shakes. Someone just said the twins are 72 months old.
They are. They're 72 months old.
Yeah.
How many?
One-
How many minutes, Baxter?
One second.
It makes them seem young. It's
Once they can
72
actually
months
make
old.
themselves breakfast, I don't think you can say they're newborn anymore. Yeah, so like making plans, I think is really an important.
And we would
part
never
of
do that before. Like we never like
Yeah.
we'd probably take in a few nights a week, and we have one night a week where we go out as a family and have dinner at the local sort of club. But we tend to try and cook a bit more at home, and even if it's like getting a steak from Coles and getting a bag salad, like at least it's better than, you know, eating other shit, I guess. But we have a thermo. Catherine enjoys using the thermo.
I do.
And it's pretty quick and easy. The thermo, that is. And yeah, no, I think it's about making healthier choices. And if you've got someone to, you know, if it's sort of you're both on the same sort of wavelength, then it makes it, you know, a lot easier.
Does make it easier.
All right, I got another question. Next question.
Hey, do we want to give a prize away?
Yeah,
first?
let's.
We
Yeah,
can-
we should.
No,
Let's get something paid.
Ash, don't change the hashtag, Ash.
Are we
Don't.
going to spin that bitch?
Oh, okay. Well, we're not changing the hashtag. We're spinning that bitch.
Get in,
I'm
Ang.
spinning it, by the way. It's my turn.
I was going to change the hashtag for tonight, but there we go. All right. Okay, we're doing random number. So,
Random number. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to have a potential win or spin of the wheel of man wheel of fortune, lady wheel of
The
fortune.
lady
tonight,
wheel of
yes.
fortune.
Guess a number between 1 and 100. You've got 1 minute and go. Only one guess per person. Bill Dykov.
I forgot what it was. Tannen's in chat. Oh, sorry. JFK in chat. 3,155,695 minutes old. There's some old twins. Jesus. I might forget the
People
number.
do some really good Googling.
Forget
Yeah.
the number.
Also, you just state
yeah.
that and see how
Dude,
you
you
go.
made the number, yeah?
Oh, I got it.
I remember it.
I got it.
Well, we got
I
one that's super close.
I got it.
Close, yeah.
What are you doing?
We're doing random number draws. Oh, yeah. We got one super close. Yeah, cool.
Oh, we got
Well,
That
two
there's
one's
one
really
close.
close.
There's two that are super close. They might have to battle it out.
Mm.
All right.
Battle
Ooh.
Royale.
Ooh, in between those two, someone.
How do we work that out?
Does anyone have a coin? Flip a coin.
Flip a coin. In between.
Keep it coming.
In between.
Keep it coming. Someone might actually get it though.
In between. Someone better pay attention.
There's 10 seconds.
That's it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
No.
2.
1.
We're out.
Ding 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 ding.
We'll go with the first one, will we?
Mm-hmm.
We'll go to the first one. So Benny Charles. Your
Benny
turn.
Charles.
Your turn to spin that wheel, Benny Charles.
All right.
Let's go.
Tell me when to do it.
Oh, we got a little intro first. Ange. You got time.
Oh, do they actually like host the wheel?
There we go. Yeah, they do. They got a camera there for the wheel. All right, we're good.
All right. So this is Angela doing the first lady's Wheel of Fortune. So go for it, Don. Spin that bitch.
It's not Wheel of Fortune. We don't have the copyright for that. It's Man Talks Wheel of Prizes.
It's so good seeing that singer transition on the actual,
Ooh,
production.
so close.
What have we got? Gold. Green. Jesus.
Benny Charles, you win a stubby holder and a cat.
Oh,
And
yeah.
believe it or not, this is like the most requested prize out of all.
I
of them.
love it.
It's the rarest prize.
Yeah. Because you can't buy them, and even the man shake, they don't want to give them away. Like Ryan Betson, who's a man ambassador, it took him like 3 months to get one. Like
That's with your hair, Lloyd.
Ash loves
I don't know.
Lloyd,
It
what
came out of the
Oh,
came out of the hat like that.
Look at
Holy
the
shit.
smother.
You're so
I write
greasy.
tragedies.
You're so
Jesus.
greasy. Oh,
Oh,
Jesus.
You.
He's got the ash.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm that fat guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
Love it. I love it. It's so good. All right. We got any other questions in chat? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to ask the ladies while they're here?
I'll hit it with the next question. What
Alright.
was the most annoying fat thing that your partner did when they were at their largest weight? I'll tell you mine.
I just want to remind you, I fart more now than what I did.
Oh my god.
I'm a gentleman. I leave the room. I don't go outside. I
How can you leave the
Actually,
room
it's
every
funny.
30 seconds?
It's funny.
Nobody's up for that.
One usually when Kevin used to go to bed and she'd shut the door, and then I'd be in the lounge room by myself, and I had been building all day, and I just let rip. Anyway, one night she came out and she was like a green fog, and I'm like, "You went to bed? I thought you were done." Anyway,
my
Trumpet all the way to the lounge room.
It's attractive, ally.
my partner at the time used to say that it was absolutely atrocious trying to use the bathroom after I'd gone to it because my diet was so bad. It would be just like a toxic waste. The smell was just so that was the thing that she hated the most.
By the way, I've lost some of my sense of smell, so I can't smell farts.
Lucky
See
you.
that?
So
Oh, well,
I'm
lucky for
so
you.
blessed.
I fart in
He-
immunity, honestly. Like, and
I
she just
wouldn't
laughs at
know.
the sound now. Like, it's just like,
You have killed it. You have killed the cells,
Yeah.
the membranes.
Yeah, he's basically burned my nostrils.
Amazing.
that's some sort of weird strain of COVID. It's the not smelling fart COVID. That's really weird. Yeah. That's,
Farted.
um.
having sinus surgery and all sorts of nerve damage. It wasn't me.
Oh,
We all
jeez.
have the same
Yeah.
surgeon, so he's the family surgeon. Alan.
Like,
Share it
Doc,
around.
you got to do something. I want the man shake. Just get rid of her sense of smell. She's just can't stop whinging at me.
Mind you, I did tell our surgeon about Ash's weight loss. I saw him the other day, and I told him he's lost 52 kilos, and the surgeon, he wants to start it too.
Oh,
So
there you
he's
go.
like,
Awesome.
About it. And I
How
said,
good's
well, it's a
that?
healthy replacement shake. And he's like, I'm going to look that up. And
Did the surgeon do
anyway,
Ash's?
if you're watching, hi.
Hey.
No.
Surgeon do Ash's penis enlargement? Is that the same surgeon?
No. It was a reduction.
No,
really.
it wasn't.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was causing me to like be slumped over or so
Yeah.
heavy.
It's getting lower back problems.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, boy.
my wife,
Is it meant to whistle? Like
just shake it out. She's just
Oh,
shaking
my-
it.
I like this question.
Oh, you go.
Brooke Malone asked a question. What's your favorite thing about your new healthier partner?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say
Here we go.
no, I'm
here
not.
we go.
No, don't even. No.
We have 3 kids and we have twins. It ain't happening.
Not if mine were
We
the last
don't want
uterus on
5.
Earth.
It ain't happening.
Nope. One day Matt went to play golf with, was it Jacob?
Probably back when Jacob loved me.
I don't seem to be heard on that
He
point.
doesn't love me anymore.
Matt went to play golf with Jacob, and I can't remember. It was a big, long story. They couldn't get in where they were going, and they ended up at a place where you needed to wear a collared shirt. And Matt walked into the pro shop, and he bought a collared shirt off the rack. And it was not the biggest shirt available. There were bigger shirts that he didn't need to buy.
Yep.
And he came home that night, and he was like, and it is the ugliest shirt I've ever seen. And I think it was seriously like $79.
A golf shirt.
Like it was some disgraceful amount of money for the ugliest shirt with a collar. They're running some extortion ring out of that place, I'm sure.
Golf clothes.
Because, right? Because it's hideous. It's still in the cupboard because it is the first.
I gave it away.
Oh, did you?
I gave it away because it was too big then.
Because it was too big, yeah.
Oh,
But it was
okay.
the first ever shirt that, like, otherwise they weren't going to be able to play. And he could just walk into the shop and buy a shirt off the rack. And now we have so many shirts in our cupboard. Like,
I really want to do one better, and I actually want to take one off a mannequin and buy that.
like
one.
I can buy this.
Like, literally
yeah.
just take it off
Give
the
me
mannequin.
that one right there.
I want that one.
Yeah. No, it was what was good too was that he looked at me and went, "Oh, you'd be a XL or whatever it was," and I was like, "No," and he's like, "Yeah, you'd be right," and I put it on, and I was like, "Oh,"
And he was right.
okay, yeah, it was good. I felt really good.
Yeah. And things like, Matt was running up and down sand dunes in Newcastle, and watching him do it, I thought, Jesus, I'd fall over. And the kids were exhausted.
The kids were
and
done.
The kids were like,
Were you watching him and he was in like slow motion and you were hearing like chariots of fire in the background?
David Hasselhoff.
and then they were just like, do it again. And I was like, oh my God.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Yeah, like those are really surreal moments, I find. I find those really like, you can't imagine. And then sometimes I'll tell people at work and they'll be like, your husband lost how much? And they don't really believe me. And I actually should save a photo to my phone because I always have to do weird stalker things like go onto his Facebook. And like,
yeah, how awkward to stalk your partner? Like,
I know I get a like from Catherine from like 4 years ago. I'm like, what is she liking from 4 years ago?
It's just a random. I need to show someone. And so many people, pick it up either as a whole plan, like the method for their weight loss, or as something that they add to their kit of techniques. And I think that's such a good thing that it can fill as much or as little of the plan for weight loss as you need it to. That's, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not like we talk Manshake because we're on Manshake, but it's all about lifestyle change. And it's all about, I know that I've met a few people over the last few months, international people that don't even want the shakes, but they've come in and they've seen the results that I've gotten just by adapting a healthier lifestyle. And they're losing weight too without the shakes, just adopting whatever tools. Manshake's a tool. That we've always said that. So whatever tools you put in your chest, I think our weight loss with Manshake will still affect others, even not on the shakes. That's one of those things.
Yeah.
And I hated how they tasted. Like 12 months ago, I didn't like how they tasted. And now I'm quite okay with it. Yeah.
She says on the Manshake page.
Well,
we all know I hate caramel. Caramel's the worst. We all know that.
Caramel is the worst.
I like my fruity shake, so I added some strawberries to the strawberry one just to make it more.
You wanted the strawberry shake more strawberry?
Yeah.
I used to get
I do
get
that.
those nutrients in.
I used to get an extra pump of strawberry in my thick shakes because I used to like it strawberry. That strawberry shake is so strawberry.
It is pretty strawberry.
It's a very lolly strawberry, and I get it. You want to have some real kind of strawberry.
Yeah, I get that too. I get that too.
And I love the vanilla with raspberry. That's a good one.
Ooh.
Because frozen raspberries are just so easy. And I bought massive 1 kilo bags by mistake. So I have a bucket load of raspberries
Where
to
are
eat.
they?
They're in the deep freezer.
In the deep
Yeah.
freezer.
They're in the boat.
You're probably too short to
Wherever you
see it,
put
Ash.
them,
It's down the
in the
bottom
deep
there.
freezer.
I'm taller than her.
Well-
Thank you very much.
So he says.
The choc strawberry is pretty good. I like it.
Choc strawberry's
One
good.
of each is good.
Yeah, you've been having
Yeah, that's a good.
Kat's been having half a scoop chocolate, the super greens, and then a scoop of strawberry. And so
That's yum. I could do that.
it's good.
Yeah.
What do you reckon,
How
Jed?
about-
Should we do?
We should do that
top-
thing. Yeah, we'll do that thing.
Yeah, we should do
We'll
that
chat.
thing.
We'll chat to that guy about that thing. We're got top bloke of the week. We're gonna go over here and boom. All right. And drum roll, top bloke of the week is that guy right there. Take it away, Timmy.
Aw.
So, I reached out to Jed.
Joe! Hey, Joe! Go, Joe!
I reached out to Jed the other day and said, look, well, actually, when you said in the chat, who's top bloke of the week this week? And I reached out to Jed and said, let's just say there's not a top bloke this week, but we're actually going to give it to you, Lloyd, because for a couple of reasons, actually. One, because you absolutely represent everything that we are trying to do on the Manshake page, and that is positive change of life and positive outlook and just helping other people and lifting them up. And second of all, because of what you told me about how you helped that person out who was homeless, and you got him a sleeping bag and helped them out. Like, not many people will do that. Not many people will go out of their way to help other people like that. And it's a quality that you display in spades, and that you have always shown from the moment I met you. I've always thought that you are one of the most generous, kind people that I know. So you are top bloke of the week as far as I'm concerned. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I don't know what to say.
You're my top bloke of life.
Ruined it.
Kiss cam.
No, thank you so much, guys.
Lloyd, so we thought what we'd do is we'd let you. You got anyone off the top of your head you would like to give a spin of the wheel to?
Jeez.
We're putting you on the spot. We know that, but you're top bloke of the week. You can think of something, surely.
You can do whatever you want. Top bloke of the week with great power.
Or you can have a think about it, and we'll come back to it if you want to do that.
Let me have a look.
There's so many winners out there. It could
You
be
know what?
anyone.
I might actually give it to a lady, and I might give it to Jess Bruce.
Jess Bruce, get in,
Yeah.
Jess Bruce.
You
I am
reckon we
all
can
for
organise-
top bloke of the week being a woman.
There you go.
Well done.
Hey,
Yeah.
breaking ceilings.
Nothing wrong with that.
There you go. Oh, sorry.
It's ladies'
Sorry.
night after all. Let's give it to a lady.
That's it.
I'm sure we can talk to our contacts and get Lady Shake in substituted in for the prizes.
Oh, it'd be
Whatever.
fine.
Yeah,
It'd be fine. Jess
absolutely.
Bruce.
Absolutely.
Jess Bruce. Oh, actually, I know what Jess Bruce might like. Actually, I might have to. Yeah, actually, we'll spin the wheel because we do spin the wheel. But I know what.
A month's worth of subscription to your
No,
Tradeville.
no. I know exactly what Jess Bruce wants. So we'll spin the wheel, but I'm going to make sure there's something a little bit extra thrown in there for her. So there we go. All right, let's spin that wheel.
Gonna spin the wheel.
Spin that. Oh, right there. Oh, Jesus. There we go.
Oh, it's a girl. I can't say it.
You can. That's what
Okay.
Spin that bitch for the bitches.
Yes.
We're gonna spin that bitch for you, Jess.
It's like that Kanye
I'm going
West
for
song.
gold.
Have you ever asked your bitch father bitches?
No.
All right, no pressure, Ange. This is just all for the ladies out there. Ladies empowerment. Holy crap!
Whoa.
They ripped the wheel off. Jesus Christ. We lost the screen. Oh,
What have we got?
yellow.
Yellow. Old yellow.
Two bags full.
2 bags full. Okay, I know what we're going to send Jess. Got it sorted. Jess, I will pass on that information for you, and it's coming your way. Don't worry about that. Sorted. Okay, so Benny Charles says, "Hey guys, I really appreciate the win, but I don't really wear hats, so I would like to pay my prize forward to someone who will wear it, and I would hate for it to go to waste." Oh, Benny wants to pay forward the hat. Oh, now that's left us in a pickle.
You have to do
Does he
another
wanna-
number thingy.
Does he want a couple of bags of Manshake or a couple of
Yeah,
man bars instead?
Yeah, do you want something instead, Benny? I'm sure we can put the hat back into storage and someone else will grab it.
Those cold choc berry bars. They're delicious.
In the fridge. We got a whole crisper drawer full of them.
Cold.
It's
I hate to
fantastic.
admit it, but all my man bars are in the fridge.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
right, Uber?
Room temperature is not the thing.
Olympic can change his spots.
But is your
Is that
Vegemite
controversial?
in the fridge?
God, no.
because I'm not dumb.
No. Who does that?
Why would you need your Vegemite in the fridge?
People do that. There is something that went wrong when like they were born. I don't know if it was when they were conceived,
Genetic.
something went wrong, and
Just tear your bread.
they come to the logical conclusion that
Oh, that would be
Vegemite
amazing.
needs to go in the fridge, and I just
Who
I don't-
who likes eggs but then throws up at egg yolk? I don't get it.
at the sight of it, not the taste. I don't mind eating runny eggs. It's the sight of it that makes me feel ill.
How do you make them if you can't stand the sight of
So
them?
I generally have scrambled eggs. That's what I generally have.
You
Complicated.
just close your eyes, or is it your son?
So I know whose house I'm egging at Halloween then. Just start
If
building.
you want to traumatize me, yeah.
Benny Charles said that would be amazing. Okay, so we'll send you the same. We're going to send Jess. We'll send you 2 bags, and we'll send Jess 2 bags. Done. Benny, I think one of us has your details. Benny, we'll get in contact with you.
I'll get his details.
All right.
Yeah.
Find out what bags he wants. Perfect. We're done with that.
Vegemite in the fridge is like ice cream in the pantry. I agree.
Oh.
Like people who put tomato sauce and barbecue sauce in the fridge. Like,
Now listen. Now here's the thing.
up with that?
Our sauce lives in
Put all
the
my sauce in the fridge.
our sauce lives in the cupboard.
Have
but-
peanut butter.
But at work, the sauce is in the fridge, and the temperature change from the cold sauce to a hot something or other is quite
a hot chip.
satisfying. It's quite satisfying.
It's good.
It's
That's
jarring
very strange.
It's quite
and
satisfying.
unnatural.
It does
I agree.
say on the bottle of sauce.
I don't give a shit what it says on the bottle.
Refrigerate after
Rules
opening.
are meant to
Thank
be
you,
broken.
Lloyd. Thank
Tools are meant to
you.
be
All right,
Oh.
To be fair, though, I
Good,
prefer
it's
that the
like, hey-
people who make my food have those views about food safety. I'm with you, Lloyd.
yes.
I
yeah.
can just imagine, Tim, your house.
Oh.
You just got a little tiny bar fridge. It's like, hey, Tim, where's the mayonnaise for this thing? It's
In the
like,
cupboard.
oh, it's in the cupboard, mate.
Like,
I tell you about food safety. Ash and I, when we worked together in hospitality, had to do a food safety course. And this is before we started dating. But we sat up the back of the room and he was playing hangman. That's how much attention he paid. He was like, come on, play hangman with me. And I was just like, we're meant to be listening. So I'm the one that knows food needs to be stored under 6 degrees because above 6 degrees is when all the bad bacteria grows. And I have reminded me of
But
this
that's just
all the
common
time.
sense.
But I'm one of the people.
Well,
if,
it is. A lot of people don't follow it.
if the expiry on the bag says the 7th and it's the 8th, I'm like, no, it's gone.
Oh,
Kevin will be like,
Yes.
no, it's fine. The food doesn't know. The
Used
food
by
doesn't
or
know.
best before. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean it's had its
depends on-
yeah,
best.
I drink milk after it's used by date all the time. It's
No.
just a guess. It's just
And
a
you can't
rough
stand egg
estimate.
yolk.
The milk knows, man. The milk knows. The cow knew.
It's funny that you say that about my house, Ash, because my girlfriend came over the other day and cooked dinner and she cleaned up and I walked out from the shed and she's like, oh, is the house clean enough? Like, is the kitchen clean enough? And I looked at it and it's the cleanest it has been in the 18 months I've lived through. And I was like, oh, yeah, that'll do. That's fine. Like,
What's this
Oh, you're
spray
terrible.
and wine?
yeah, what?
Someone said something. I've got to go back.
About Bluey.
Oh, Jay Grice, legend. That is,
Hilarious. Kids are impressionable.
The day Bluey had Vegemite in the fridge, I nearly lost it. Kids have impressionable minds, people. Stop feeding lies to our children. Bluey's fantastic.
Oh, who doesn't love Bluey?
Love Bluey.
Yeah,
The
didn't Tim have
chunky-
gastro the other day? Yeah, he opened up the mayonnaise that was in the cupboard.
No, I fucking got that from my kid because he got it from daycare because daycare is a cesspit of
Just a
germs.
petri dish.
The first year of daycare is just horrendous.
Yeah.
Petri
They
dish.
catch
Most-
everything.
You hit those low points where you're sitting in the shower just sobbing, wishing you could die. That was me on Wednesday night. It's like, please make it stop.
What has happened?
Worst stuff.
Yeah, we've gone very far
It's a
down.
good way to trim up for like.
Oh
certain
yeah, I
things
lost
that are
5
coming.
kilos in
Yeah.
6 hours. So that was
The first,
I've heard that's what
First-
all the boxers do. They just go and vomit and have diarrhea for a week before they weigh in. It's perfect.
the
Ew.
first walkthrough we did with Joe with daycare, he came home and gave us all gastro on spaghetti night.
Oh,
His
no.
very first day.
Very first day, I have not eaten spaghetti since.
Yeah. What was
It
that?
was a nightmare
Like-
3 years ago.
No,
No, it wasn't 3
Oh,
years
that's
ago.
2.5 years
Two
ago.
and a half years ago.
Yeah.
That's not
I
good.
can't eat the old El Paso burrito mix. No.
Yeah.
Can't do it. Same
Yeah.
reason.
That was his worst case ever. I remember that.
Yeah.
Very memorable.
I end up in
How do you
hospital.
decide,
When
how do
it's
you
coming
decide
out
which
both
end
ends.
goes
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
No,
How
way
we-
too fast.
how we-
Everyone turn around. The
There's only
line
one
is
end of
behind
the
us.
toilet when you've got both.
How have we gone down this path on ladies' night? Look at these. We never get this filthy.
Because at the end of the
We
day,
do
they're
this all
the
the
they're
time.
the ones holding our hair back while we
Oh.
sit in the toilet.
As the book said, everyone poops. So,
Do I have
hey.
vomit in my beard?
Oh, that I
Now
never
there's
thought that.
something.
Yeah, how do you?
That's a
oh,
real
jeez.
thing. Yes.
I
that's
can
great.
imagine just picking
Oh,
it
you'd have to
out.
like comb it out and
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
jeez.
I didn't eat corn.
All right. Hey, Lloyd, what song are you going to sing, buddy?
Well, Jane reckons I've already sung it before, but I
Wow.
don't know.
Probably because I hear all the songs 1,000
Yeah,
times. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm sure I've heard that somewhere before.
What song?
So I'm going to do a bit of a rendition of 99 Problems.
Okay, I don't know if we've heard that.
Yeah.
We can do Unchained Melody or something.
find
What
out
is something
over
That's
there.
romantic?
Jay-Z, isn't it?
It is Jay-Z, but there's an acoustic version done by Hugo, which I really like. You should suss it out. But yeah.
You're cruising.
But
But
I'm-
duet with
Yeah,
Gwyneth
do
Paltrow on it.
Huey Lewis.
duet.
Yeah.
Do you really want me to sing?
Islands in the Stream.
Yeah, duet. Come on, ladies night.
Lloyd,
ladies night,
I believe I
ladies night.
requested Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton, Islands in the Stream. What are you doing?
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, serious question,
Fucking
Jane.
boomer
Jane, can
hours
you
over
sing?
here.
Like, are you talented like Lloyd?
No.
No. Do you reckon you can bust out a few bars? Like, if
No,
you
no
know,
one's
with
talented like Lloyd.
When I sing, he's like, you should see his face. He's just like, oh God. It is pretty awful.
She tries.
talented people
She
are just the
tries.
worst, aren't they? Jane?
Or like I try and hit a certain note, and I'm like, did I do it? And he's like,
Oh,
You should. You should hear Jane sing Rocket Man.
no, you don't need that. Or do you?
Mm. All right. What are we singing?
Islands in the Stream.
If you're having beard problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems and a beard ain't one. Tip my hat to the sun in the west. Feel the beat right in my chest. At the crossroads a second time. Make the devil change his mind. It's a pound of flesh, but it's really a ton. 99 problems and a beard ain't one. If you're having beard problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems and a beard ain't one. 99 problems, but a beard ain't one. Like a broken glass under my feet, I could lose my mind in the sea. Looking for a prize, but I don't want blood. All I want to drink, I drink the flood. You can come inside, but your friends can't come. 99 problems and a beard ain't one. If you're having beard problems, I feel bad for your son. I got 99 problems and a beard ain't one.
Oh.
I got 99. 99. 99 problems, but a beard ain't one. I got 99 problems, but a beard ain't one. 99 problems, but a beard ain't one.
Oh, fantastic, Lloyd.
Just gotta
You're
rub away the
terrible.
dribble. Hold on. Just can't stop drooling. Jesus.
I was going to say, you missed a really good opportunity to do Gold Digger by Kanye West, but that would have been, I don't know how that would have gone down.
I ain't
No.
got no money, so she's.
No. I'm not the breadwinner, so that would not work either. All right, so that's any last minute questions you want to get in quickly before we wrap up? We'll go around the grounds. What are you up to this week, Lloyd? What's going on?
Well, I've got my mate's funeral to go to on Wednesday, so that's it's going to be hard, but it's going to be good to catch up with a few mates down that way and kind of show my support. Other than that, very, very busy week at work.
The busiest.
Very, very busy week at work. So I don't think there's going to be much entertainment in between. So it's just going to be pretty much sleep and work for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
It's is what it is. We just that's Christmas. You just got to do the hard yards this time of year, and then hopefully we can have a nice little break between Christmas and New Year's.
And hopefully we don't have to wear masks when we come back from holidays.
Fingers crossed.
Are you having time off?
Yeah, we're going to be closed from Boxing Day until the 6th. So
Cool.
nice couple of weeks off.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be good to, like, you've had time off this year for obvious reasons, but it'd be nice to have time off that
Couldn't
hasn't
go
been
anywhere.
forced on you. Like, it's like, no, we're taking time off.
And we couldn't go anywhere. And when
I know we
you're
can actually leave town. So.
stuck in Maryborough, like, the only
I've heard,
excitement.
I've heard wonderful things, Lloyd.
Kmart is
Maryborough.
probably the excitement of Maryborough. You go to Maryborough and Kmart.
It's
And
a
what are you
pretty
doing?
good
There's a
train
Kmart
station.
there?
There is.
Yeah. And a Target Country. Oh, that's
Oh
closing
no,
down.
that's closing
And
down.
we're losing our target country too.
Target country sucks. I'm sorry, it just sucks.
Target Country
Yeah,
does
it's pretty
suck.
shit.
It's a
Is that
profit.
where you bought your shocking shirt from, Jert?
Hey, this is a RoboCop shirt. Get nicked.
No,
no, you
I'm
golf
talking
one.
about the shirt that Kat was talking about earlier.
No, that was from the
That was Linwood-
ludicrously
that was,
priced golf club.
Linwood Golf Club.
There's no
Shout out Linwood. How you doing, Linwood? See you on Friday night.
they're extortionate golf
See you on
club.
Friday night. What are you up to this week, Ash? What's going on? Wayne Wednesday, mate?
Wednesday actually is going to be a very special day. Going up to for a super secret special mission.
Oh, yes.
So may have a few cameos on Wednesday.
Beautiful.
Weigh in. I'm not expecting anything. Like last week I said I was expecting a gain, but then I lost 700 grams. Not going to happen this week. 100% not going to happen this week. I've been crook, have done no steps until like today. Today was like the first day I got like 10,000 steps done. Then it's
We've got.
what do we got planned? What's my roster look like?
I have a clear weekend for us this weekend.
No.
We need to recover.
Oh, we got
But we have
Christmas
Santa photos.
Yeah, Santa photos coming up.
So we bought matching family pajamas for Christmas.
Aw.
The Disney ones from Target.
are we actually gonna wear those? Like,
Well, we were thinking of wearing them, but that just means we have to wear them through Westfield.
That's
I'm not so sure I
fine.
can
No
do
one will
that.
know.
But
People
maybe
wear
like
boots
if I
all the
just wear a
time.
jacket, like pretending it's cold.
the thing I'm most excited about is that when I was 160 kilos, you can't really sit on Santa's lap. This year, you better believe
Well,
it.
you're not
Jump
allowed
on
to
I
his
think
sit
you're
on
not
Santa's
allowed.
lap.
1.5
You
meters.
stand in the
insane.
corner,
Yeah.
1.5 meters away from him, and just look sus.
We have to sit on a box.
That's it.
I've seen
No,
it.
Ash,
There's
no.
Santa's over here, and we're over
Ruined
there.
Christmas, Ang.
That's it.
But it's a nice.
Look,
it's
he
a nice
added
setup.
the E. I
I
didn't
actually
realize that
found.
until we got
Oh,
in
thank
here. He's
you.
like,
Of course I added the
I
E.
found our Santa because our Santa is normally in one location every year, and he has a real beard. And as Santa does, if
Cool.
any kids are watching, Santa is awesome, but he moves from place to place, and we found where he is this year in a
Cool.
consistency in our photos. I'll be very happy.
How did you find him?
That's what local mum group pages on Facebook are for.
You've got tabs
That and
all
like
the
stomping on everybody
where you
else
found it.
virtually.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
They're a wealth of information.
Oh yeah.
There's
Clearly
dad
didn't,
groups
clearly
too.
didn't have a guy look. The guy
Yeah.
would just go, nah, he's gone, he's not coming back.
He's vanished.
You gotta
he's
pull
not
on
he's
your
not here
resources.
anymore.
I mean, running around town like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie. I need that toy doll. I need the Santa
I need
Claus.
that Santa with the real beard.
Well, we were like that getting one gift. My gosh.
Oh yeah.
What are you up to this week, Timmy?
I've got a secret journey as well on Wednesday. It's a super secret handshake mission as well. I possibly might run into Ash. I don't know.
I hope there's an arm wrestle involved.
Yeah, if he wants to get his ass kicked, for sure.
Oh,
And then I've got I'm back to streaming on Thursday all weekend. I've got Friday off as well to play Cyberpunk all day. And yeah, got a couple of emails in the mail today, which is really exciting stuff. So looking forward to for the next week or so. But yeah, it's gonna be nice. So I got to finish moving all of my furniture into the stream now. So
Yeah.
good times ahead.
That's it. Everything's happening.
Wow.
You'll have some RGB next week, no doubt.
Oh, I will. Yes.
Oh, we're not back. We're not here next week. We got a week off. We're back on the 21st, Christmas special. We're gonna have some awards and some. We're gonna do some awards of the year thing. So
Might have to see what's in Santa's sack.
yeah, might have to.
Ash, shut up.
I don't want to.
Shut up.
No. I'm just gonna say this. Like Jane, when you're here, Lloyd has just suddenly got filthy. Like,
I know.
what's going
well,
on?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. He's like this all the time. And then I'm watching it every Monday
like,
night, and he's such a gentleman if he can get a word in.
I've got more
Tim-
confidence when you're around, darling.
Tim's like, Lloyd, you're such a magical,
Lloyd-
genuine, happy, friendly person, and meanwhile he's like, you know what? Everyone could get fucked.
No, normally Lloyd's like, oh, hi guys, I don't say much, but my name's Lloyd, and I like to play music, and yeah. And
Well, when you were saying before what the most annoying habit was, I didn't get to say mine. And mine is that I'll say something that I think, and Lloyd's like, no, you're wrong. This is what it is. And, and I just go, there's just no point even trying to. I'm like, yes, dear, you're right. Yes, dear.
Yeah.
But he's not right, ever.
But do you also plant the seed, like secretly, Jane? You'll hint something like a few weeks out, and then it becomes Lloyd's decision, like Lloyd's fabulous
Don't
idea.
tell me you play those mind games with
Oh,
me.
okay. We have a cubby house under our stairs. That was my plan. That was before we even had our daughter.
100%.
I'm like, this would be a cool cubby house, and just progressively, little bits of cubby house stairs, and then he's like,
You
let's
inception.
make a cubby house for her birthday.
You inceptioned his brain.
No.
She's not going to take that away from me. That was my decision completely.
I'm deaf in one ear. Half of what Catherine says I don't really hear, to be honest. If she's sitting on this side, that's why I've stretched it over here, because my left ear
Are
doesn't
you
hear
deaf in
anything.
one ear?
Well, that
I'm
makes
pretty
a
much
bit of
deaf in that
sense.
ear.
I've been wondering the entire time, like, you know, that you could put it in his other ear.
No,
It would be a lot
I
more
couldn't hear.
convenient.
I couldn't hear.
No.
I had to. And I got to sit this side so I can use the mouse. So it is what it is.
We have that in common, Jerd. I have pretty much full hearing loss in one of my ears as well.
Yeah,
From
that's
playing
just-
music when I was younger.
If I lay on that side and face like the window, I can't hear anything pretty much. Yeah. Anyway.
Really, would you? Like,
Someone asked if I'm hanging around tonight.
Peekaboo. I don't know.
Why
Mrs.
do none of these people have their actual names?
No, that is his name. He's Peekaboo from Twitch.
Can you just talk him like he's a normal person? Just say like Andrew or
Yeah.
Alan or like.
Peekaboo
'Cause
knows.
we don't know who these are. You're
Peekaboo
like,
knows
oh,
who the fuck
Peekaboo.
he is. Lloyd knows who Peekaboo is.
Yeah, I know who
Yeah,
Peekaboo
exactly.
is.
There you go.
Yeah, but people who listen to this and watch this that aren't part of Jerdville won't understand.
Andrew in chat with the blue shirt on. Andrew in chat with the blue shirt on. Mrs. Jerd. No, Mrs. Jerd's got to get ready for the Supreme Court tomorrow. So
Yes.
she's not getting locked up. She's in this court to do some stuff. So
Yeah.
no.
Like now.
She's got to.
I actually have to leave.
She's got to think. She's got to do a thing. I'm streaming all week. Cyberpunk's out next Monday. 12-hour golf stream. I'm going to try and stream from Springwood Golf Club for 12 hours. We'll see how that goes. And that's it. Take it easy.
I've got to say, thank you very much, ladies, for coming in tonight.
Oh, and that's why you're the best.
Maybe do
Lloyd.
it.
It wouldn't
Why
be
not?
much of a ladies' night without you.
Well, we still had you, Lloyd. It's fine.
No, it'd be a
You
bit
could have just
creepy.
had Tim on, mate. You know, like I mean.
Hey, I got bloke of the week. Yes, I'm
That's
a
it.
bloke.
That's it.
All these legends.
Awesome.
we should have had a special thing next to
You should have just
him.
had your hand there the entire time.
This is
Like,
karma.
stupid
Oh,
flavor
this is
kisses. Ooh, baby.
I did
All right.
find a plectrum that I made with my unshaven face.
Oh,
thank you.
Jesus. Okay, I can see why you got the beard.
Yeah.
You look like the drummer from Linkin Park.
It looks like every single drummer from every ska punk band.
That's
Had
it.
a good looking flavour saver happening there.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
And were you wearing your shell necklace?
Definitely wearing a shell, no
Yeah.
face.
You got it.
Yeah.
That
You got
that was had to
Get
go
right
when
in.
I met you.
Skateboard under one arm, shell necklace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had his wallet connected to his pants with a chain.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I even did that.
Mind
too.
you, Jane had
I
like
did
3
have that.
chain wallets. 3 chain wallets when I met her. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Lloyd, did you ever have like that ring that goes through your nose?
Did I have a ring through my nose?
Yeah, you know, like that ring, that
Yeah.
that piercing that goes like, you know, between your
No.
shoulders.
In the middle.
Like a bull one.
No. Yeah, the one that looks like the bull.
No.
I could see Lloyd having those things in his ear, though. I could see him rocking
Yeah,
Did you
those.
ever have
had
like the
spaces.
punk one above your
I had
eyebrow?
flesh tunnels. I had flesh tunnels and I had.
Did you really? There
industrial-
you go.
Yeah.
I could see you doing that. Yeah.
Always wanted my lip pierced, but I never did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
Your
piercing.
eyebrow.
No.
I had my
when
eyebrow.
I met Jane honestly had probably 20 plus piercings in her body.
Too old for that shit now.
That's it.
Way too many piercings. No.
That's it.
It's how times have changed. She's a mummy now.
That's it.
She's got like 3 nose rings and that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. That's it. We're out of here. Catch you.
Sorry.
Catch you in 2 weeks.
On that
See you
note.
Facebook. Catch you in 2 weeks.
No.
All right. We're
Where
out
were
of
the
here.
other 17? Will you be the you guess?
Players.
That's right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Players.